Hello and welcome to your nightly adult entertainment here at the Guardian Talk Radio. This is episode number 54. Oh, I can't believe it's already there. I am your humble host and hunter main Armalite. And tonight we will be discussing about the season 17 and we will be discussing the TWAB. So let me just pull up my pretty little face, and I do not have don't mind that in the background. All right, there you go. I forgot to set my camera. Streamer fail. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this out. I don't need this anymore. Okay, so I know I was supposed to I was actually supposed to get everything kind of set up for, or I should have done my community thing last night, but can you blame me? I was so in tune with the new season, like I just kind of lost myself into it, so I apologize for that. So all right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in what we going to put into the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and set all that up just in case if we decide, like if anybody decides they want to come in and talk about the new season. So give me a sec. I'm just going to mute my mic right quick and I'm going to get that taken care of. All right, so we got to set it up for season 17 and TWAB talk. Okay, so we got that all set up. Hopefully, if anybody does decide to join in, they can. So the Discord is now open. If you want to be a part of this and be a part of the conversation, you have many different choices. And you can either chat with me in the live chat, so be sure you're on live chat, not top chat, and or you can actually join the Discord. And as far as I know, the Discord link is still usable. If not, be sure to let me know and I'll make sure to get it fixed. So, and to kind of give you an idea on how this all works, voila, there it is. And you know what, let me do a little fudging around here because that looks kind of funky. So I'm gonna, will it let me do it? Yes. Dun 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 dun, boom. Okay, cool. Just to, you know, make it look a little bit better here. It's all a learning process. Okay, so basically this is what it will look like, right? You're gonna have, you come into the Discord. I got it set up so you can either listen into the show. The voice quality is not going to be as good as in the stream because everything is basically funneled into the OBS, but you know, you can still hear the conversations that are going on, and there's no music, so it's really up to you on, and the choice is completely yours. So, but if you decide that this is something that you want to do, you know, be sure to join the Discord, or you can sub to the channel, you know, trying to get those sub numbers up. I'd really like to get to 100 at some point. and you know, get a nice, you know, audience coming in, you know, on a regular basis. But you know, hey, that takes time, and I'm here for it. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So anyways, just kind of put that off to the side. So we had season 17 that dropped, and it's they got me. I tell you what, Bungie got me. I literally thought that we were actually going to get Leviathan when they dropped that the video, and I was like, oh man, we're going to get Levy back. Holy shit, it's gonna be the new raid. No, it's another free landing zone for everybody, which is, you know, it's still pretty cool. And I actually found myself just, you know, really just diving in and just turning off my mind and just shoot shit. You know, that's basically all I did, and it was a lot of fun. And so unfortunately that's what I was doing, you know, last night, instead of doing the community stream like I should have been doing. So that is my bad on my part. But let's see, Solar 3.0, pretty fucking awesome. I was you know, to be honest, I wasn't really big on the whole what should I say? I wasn't really big on using solar the way it was previously before Solar 2.0, 3.0, however, I think it's 3.0. Which yeah, it'll be 3.0. I wasn't really big on using solar. Maybe every once in a while I would actually use it, maybe in like PvP, if I'm, you know, feeling, you know, like I would just want to go off or some shit, you know, try to get better with using golden gun. But typically I'm more of a PvE player, so I typically stick with, like, you know, Void, mostly Tether. You know, that's kind of like my niche right there, is Tether. It's, you know, obviously my favorite super. It's been like that ever since I started playing Destiny. Even back in D1, I was all about the Tether and really the support class, and you know, not really just kind of doing the big damage all at once. So I really found to really enjoy doing the solar this time. Just all the explosions. I've tried many different things. Right now I'm kind of stuck on using I'm still messing with well builds. I tried war mine cells. They're okay. I just didn't feel like I was really unlocking the full potential. Maybe I should look into that again. But war mine cells were okay, but I was also using the grenade launcher that we received in the last season through the doing the psyops. I actually was able to get one crafted, and then now I'm kind of in the process just leveling it up, so that way I can actually add, you know, the new more awesome perks. And even with the war mine cells, it actually, you know, did really well. But unfortunately they did end up nerfing the war mine cells back in the day, so they're not as valuable as they once was. But I kind of also went into using, oh well, with the war mine cells I was also trying to go with charge with light type builds, kind of like mix and match the two, and it was all right. Like like I said, it almost seems like trying to mix the like war mine cells, wells, and charged with light stuff. It was so difficult to try to get the right combination. I mean, I guess I could kind of lean into like having maybe the war mine cells are doing a specific thing, and then charge of light doing another specific thing. Like what I found was when I did the charge with light, when I picked up the orbs of power, which, you know, I'm seeing orbs of power like freaking everywhere like crazy right now. I really leaned into that, so that way I could probably do more damage with my rocket launcher. I might try to see if I could work something out, because I tried it with charge with light and the wells, but whenever I look through and it's like, well, I really don't want to get rid of this perk because it's giving me a bunch of wells, and I just have, you know, just countless amount of wells at one time, and it's so good. And it's one thing I don't really have to worry about. I see wells, I just grab them, you know, but I don't have to try to create the wells. So I'm just kind of stuck on using wells right now, and it's working out pretty good. Blade barrage, obviously. I haven't really tried out the whole golden gun. I mean, I kind of did, but it's like I don't know. So I haven't really been worried too much about doing those things. See what else. Seeing the old weapons that we used to grind our asses off in the menagerie. You know, trying to, you know, get an Austringer. Now I don't know if there's a real reason, but I kind of see like, oh well, if you want to craft your Austringer, well, it's, you know, that's one of the weapons I do want to capture, or to be able to start crafting and making one of my own, because I would basically build it more for like my PvP build, but you have to have 5. You have to find 5 that has the red border around it, so that way you can get the blueprint. I guess, you know, it's only day 2, 3 technically. It's day 3, so I guess trying to like get all 5 at once, I'm not really too concerned about it. I think it'd be a lot easier once come next season, because I've seen some complaints is like, oh well, you gotta have 5. It's like, yeah, but wait till the next week, because we're going to be able to upgrade our the crown, you know, whole ordeal, so that way you can actually focus your weapons that you can actually pick up. You can just grab them from that vendor there at the helm. So, you know, maybe next week it won't be so hard if you're trying to get the Austringer, because you could just focus everything into the Austringer itself. So right now I'm just thinking, you know what, maybe I'll just do the activity there on the moon until my eyes bleed, just so I can get resource material, because you're also going to need that to be able to focus those weapons anyways. So to prepare for next week, tomorrow we're getting, if you kind of like switching into the TWAB a little bit, Bungie has stated that tomorrow, from what right now, you know, of the stream, tomorrow we're getting the next dungeon. I know there's people that are, you know, just kind of up they're just up in the air with the whole you have to purchase it, and it's like, well, I mean, everybody, you can't please everybody, you know. And I'm pretty sure Bungie has a reason of the reason why they're kind of going that way. Now, just, you know, just to say per se, if Bungie decided to be like, hey, maybe what if they say that they're going to go ahead and start charging for raids, you know, directly, kind of like they're doing with dungeons. And it's like, well, I don't know if I'm guessing that this is going to be the norm for dungeons, but I guess you have to look at the entire picture. So what I'm looking at is, okay, why is Bungie doing this? Is it because when they made the dungeons, like the previous dungeons that we've gotten prior to Grasp of Avarice, is it because of the activity? Like, is the community only interacting with that activity? Like, I believe, if I remember correctly, I was able to see a scale on, or a graph basically, on people. Like, there's only like, what was it, like 2 or 5% of the community is actually interacting with the dungeons. Now it could be a lot more for Grasp of Avarice, but that's just because it's a really nice dungeon. I love doing that dungeon. I've carried people like crazy through that dungeon. You know, I just love doing it. But I don't know if maybe if they're just like, hey, if we're going to continue doing these, you know, maybe we'll just have it where those who actually want to do the dungeons, you know, they'll just have to pay for it. But at the same time, I'm assuming if you've pre-ordered everything, like the season, I don't know if they have that separate. I wonder if they have that separate, like instead of having the dungeon in the season. Okay, so let's work with this. Okay, I think I'm starting to kind of see the idea of what's going on here. Okay, so let's say you're an individual that you're not sure about just pre-ordering everything, right? Let's say you're not sure about it, so you just kind of wait. Which, more power to you. You know, if you'd rather wait to see what the season's all about and kind of get the dialogue and then talk to your friends, and then they could tell you, oh yeah, it's great, or no, it sucks. You can either spend the money or just don't. But if, let's say, instead of purchasing the season, maybe they, like, you don't want the season, but you definitely want to have the option to get the dungeon instead of the dungeon being tied to the season, then they have it in a way that is separated, right? I mean, that kind of makes sense, because not every, like, if you're not pre-ordering everything, like you're not just buying all in. Let's say like me, because I pre-ordered everything. Maybe you're the kind of person that don't. So I don't see why that would be really that big of a deal. Now, that being said, now if it was, now I would see the argument, which I'll find out tomorrow, but I'm not sure. But if you, like, let's say if somebody like me who's pre-ordered and I get all the seasons, but I still have to purchase the dungeon as a separate entity, then yeah, I could see that being a little sleazy. You know, I mean, but at the same time, let's weigh our options. I believe that however much, because you purchase it for silver, if it's going to be the same with, let's say, let's say it's going to be the same as purchasing the season, why not just purchase the season and then you get the season and the dungeon? I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. If I have to purchase the dungeon separately, like it's not included at all, I'm not sure, to be honest. But if it was where, you know, even though I pre-ordered everything and I don't get the dungeon and I still have to pay the 2,000 silver, which I think is like $10, somewhere around there, then yeah, I could see the argument where people would kind of get a little frustrated about that. But if not, if it's a lot like how it was with Grasp of Avarice, you know, I purchased that, you know, the whole bundle thing. When it came to that, did I purchase the dungeon, or did I purchase, I'm not sure how the math kind of worked out. Anywho, we'll find out tomorrow, or I'll definitely be able to find out tomorrow, just to be able to see what the whole ordeal is with that. So okay, let me kind of get my mouse going here. Let me kind of do a refresh on this. Okay, so, but yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. If you have any thoughts and you're watching this in a past broadcast, be sure to let me know in the comments section, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would, you know, hit that sub button. And I'm going to be doing the best that I can to be able to make this a regular thing. You know, on my end, it's more, you know, I work a full-time job. You know, this is just kind of like a hobby thing. You know, I figured, hey, you know, I enjoy talking about Destiny with people, kind of geeking out about it. I'm not the Destiny guru. I'm not a Destiny doctor, you know, Crucible doctor, you know. It's more of, you know, just, you know, having conversations and having a platform. What this is all about is having a platform so that way you can have a voice, so that you could speak your mind, give your opinion, instead of having to do it on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, whatever you kids are using these days. So that's really the main reason why I started this. So but yeah, if you hit that sub, you know, give me a like if you like. If not, hit the dislike. I don't care, it's either or, you know. But I'm definitely going to do the best I can to be able to make this. I work a full-time job, like I was saying. I kind of got a little sidetracked, but I'm reeling it back. All right, gotta give me a minute. I'm kind of just going off, just off the hinges here. So okay, that, you know, I work a full-time job. I have a family. You know, I'm married, and you know, I try to make time for everything at the same time, and I also try to play the game so I can stay up to date and all that good stuff, and you know, try to have some fun with the boys, and you know, try to do what I can, you know. And this is still something new for me. I mean, I've been doing this for, I think this is going on a year and a half, 2 years, maybe. I think it's been over a year by now. Well over a year. When I first started this channel, actually, I could probably tell you right here, right now. Hang on. Let's see if I go all the way back to like my very first. No, I was wrong. 2 years ago is when I first started this. Damn. May 3rd. Wow. So hang on, that's not my very first. Let's not jump the gun here. My very first video that I've ever, like, after I started this channel, was February 21st of 2020. That don't sound right. Nah. Huh? I feel like it's further back than that. That don't make no sense. Maybe. I mean, it shows it right here that it was February 21st of 2020 is when I actually started this channel. Well, not started it, but I did my first video. Maybe that's right, but that's kind of weird. Anyway, so that was 2 years ago. It's been a long time, but at the same time, you know, not very, very consistent. I know at one point it was like 2 years, then the next one was like from February, and then May, and then another one in May, and let's see, then I didn't do another one until October. Woo, that's a long time. Yeah, October 23rd of 2020. That's when Beyond Light, around Beyond Light. No, I think this was post. Yeah, I believe so. That was when I was still doing this show on my PlayStation. So there you go. Get a little tidbit in there. The things that we'll discuss on this channel. You're not gonna I try to stay on topic, so but every once in a while something will catch my attention and then I get drifted off. Just enjoy it, all right? That's what we're here for, you know? Who cares? So, but again, right here shows what it's all about. If you've ever wanted to be a part of a show, this is kind of how I do my call-ins, and so that way, you know, we could communicate. And like I've told people before, I can actually go to probably here at Drop Zone. No. Do I have it in house rules? No. Which are pretty simple. Be cool. No illegal shit. No drama. This is not high school. Just be cool. That's all you gotta do. So if I go here to chat, this has been going on for a while. Okay, so let's see. This is basically how it's all set up. Whenever you first get into my Discord, you know, you start as a new light after you hit that little green check mark that's in the house rules. Be sure to hit that check mark. And then then everything opens up for you. But then you got Guardian 1, 2, 3, and then Brave 1, 2, 3. I have it set up a lot like, you know, the Crucible setup. And basically, you know, the more you chat, the higher level you get. So it's all about activity in the Discord. I don't have like requirements in order to remain active or whatever, because I got a couple people in here that never talk in this Discord. So I don't have like this, because, you know, I'm still a small channel. I'm still a fucking nobody. So it doesn't matter at this point. Now, at some point, like, you know, if this blows up and I end up, you know, having too many people in the Discord, maybe I'll set up another one so it'd be kind of like the sister Discord to this one. I don't know. I'm also thinking about changing Guardian Talk Radio to Guardian Talk Radio Plus, kind of setting it up for like, because I was kind of going back and forth if I really want to have, you know, just a show, and because I really want to stay away from doing a bunch of, you know, I really want to stay away from doing all the I don't want to be like another Destiny streamer per se. Like, I want to be able to come here and we actually have conversations about being, you know, playing Destiny together. But I don't want it to be like, oh, you know, that's what I'm really known for. Because I am, from my observation from others that do, now, not saying that this is actually the case, but I've noticed with some within our community that are streamers or content creators, when streaming the game becomes their bread and butter, then they develop like this content creator bias. And I've noticed that previously, before my last stream, I came across a video. I can't remember the guy's name, but I'm guessing he's well known. but to everybody else but me, which, you know, I don't know anybody anyways. But he was, you know, he really pointed out something, and it kind of got me thinking. Should we expect Bungie to like make Destiny more streamable or watchable per se? Should Destiny be more watchable, or should it be more playable? Because it seems like there are some conflicts. He did a poll, and the poll asked if you know, people thought that that Destiny is in a good place right now. And a lot of people were like, yeah, Destiny is in a really good spot right now. But he was feeling like, well, I don't know what to do. Bungie keeps changing these things, and I'm having a hard time coming up with ideas, which, sure, you know, I'm guessing what he's experiencing, which I'm sure a lot of people do, is kind of like that creator's block, I guess you would say. I know I have experienced that in many different ways in my life. So, like, you know, I like to draw, and a lot of the times I'll draw, and then eventually I'm just like, I can't draw anything. I couldn't even draw you a stick figure if I wanted to. Or I can't come up with any ideas of what I want to do. Or hell, some of the times I want to create like a new thumbnail image, you know, go some different, hopefully maybe make it easier so it don't take as long for me to have to, you know, to make a thumbnail. I could kind of see it, so I kind of understand where he's coming from. But you know, should we rely on, or should we, you know, tell Bungie, hey, you need to make Destiny more streamable, you know, for streamers and content creators. They need to be able to give us more content, so you need to put out more content so that they could put out more content. You know, you need to revolve around them. Now, I'm just, it's being hyperbolic, but you kind of get my point. But and you see that's like the perfect instance. You know, if we come across a topic like that and we want to have a discussion, we can here on Guardian Talk Radio. And that's the beauty of it. Like, if I ask that question, be like, hey, do you think that Destiny should be more streamable / watchable, or should it be more playable for the players? Which side should Bungie kind of focus on? Now, I guess you could find a happy medium, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to, you know, I mean, you can kind of see, like, if they make it more streamable, but it's not very playable. I mean, it makes no sense if you make it more streamable or watchable, you're not going to make it very playable. You know, I mean, it's almost like you can't have your cake and eat it too, man. I mean, I'm just saying. So, but that's just kind of my quick thoughts on that. I went on like I said, I go off on tangents like crazy. I'll take a hard left and then go down that road and then try to backtrack where I was, and now I can't even remember what it is that was the point of all that. I guess it's just the simple rambles of an idiot, I guess. But yeah, it's but I'm really enjoying what's going on with the whole situation with Destiny. You know, 3.0, pretty dope, you know, and we're going to see some other stuff popping up. We got the storyline, pretty dope. We're starting to kind of see like this character building, character arc of Crow, and it, you know, his thing between him and Uldrensoft. And but is it really him and Uldrensoft? Because you know it was said that these are just familiar faces and voices, but they're not really those people. But they project they enhance everything that you tell yourself It's almost like the inner voice in your head, but it's projected physically in front of you, speaking to you as if it's another being, which is fucking deep. But I really like to see how this progress throughout the rest of the season. And we have Iron Banner coming, so they're reworking Iron Banner. They're gonna, from what I believe I've seen, is instead of having Lord Saladin up there at the top where he's always been, they're gonna put him right front dead center, you know, right as you're landing into the tower. And he's getting a reworked setup a lot like Saint 14. And we discussed all that in a previous stream. I believe we discussed it through the last TWAB, I believe. I'm having a hard time remember which stream it was. But yes, that's going to be a thing. I really like that. I guess later on, I guess during, we're gonna have like the Bungie day or Bungie week or something like that, including Solstice at kind of at the same time. Plus they got the story that's behind the newest emblem that I had the name of the dog. Artemis? No? You know what? Might as well just look it up because I had it. I want to say it's Artemis, but I might be misremembering. Let's see. It'll be in this TWAB basically. If it'll pop up. Okay. I know it was this week. I'm pretty sure I'm right. The charity. I guess there's going to be like a story that's behind the emblem. I'm trying to see where I can find it. I wasn't sure if I was going to bring this up or not, or I would have had it for myself, because now I just look like an idiot, but that's okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the name. Let's see. That's the scythe. For dope. Yeah, I was to be honest, I think the scythe was actually a really cool idea, but I was kind of a little bit disappointed. Like, it kind of sucks because I actually thought that the scythe was like going to be like the glaive, and it was actually going to be a weapon that we can have, but no, it's a scythe that you can use within the activity. No, like, spoiler alert if you're not aware yet, but it's actually a scythe that you use in the activity. And that I was a little bit disappointed. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I thought, but it's still a badass weapon to use. I mean, could you imagine if you were able to use that? Like, that was a legendary weapon that you can craft. Oh, that shit would be disgusting. But what I really like about it is that it's more available in this open kind of, almost like escalation protocol type of realm there on the Leviathan. like you can actually interact with it more often than the spear through like the strike-ish type ordeal with the psyops. You know, with the spear, you can actually interact with the scythe a lot more. So I really like that, and I really hope that Bungie just kind of leans into that a lot more. That would be fucking dope. Let's see. Oh, this ship, I'm kind of like deciding if I really want it, but I definitely want this ship. Yeah, that is. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's pretty dope. I don't even. Yeah, you know the ship. You know it. It's badass ship. I was actually kind of messing around with it before trying to buy it, seeing how it takes. Yeah, I was able to see how it takes shaders and everything like that. I think where in the hell did I see that? Oh, yeah, it's right here. Duh. Okay. All because I want to remember the name of the dog. This is hilarious. So it says here, if you're not aware, there is an emblem that you can actually purchase within the Eververse, and it says if you found yourself moseying over to the to Tess at the Eververse store, you may have noticed an adorable new emote that actually lets you pet the dog. For that reason alone, it's an awesome grab. But what makes this deal even sweeter is that this particular emote offers in terms of putting out a little good out into the world. Here to talk about the latest charity initiative, I can't, English is hard, excuse me, is Bungie Foundation's Christian Edwards. So it's person that is taking care. Kristen, season 17 kicks off with a heartwarming end-game opportunity for Guardians to further the Bungie Foundation's mission of supporting children's health and well-being by purchasing the Loyal Companion emote from the Eververse. Not only do players get an adorable canine companion to interact with in the form of a cute new emote, but 100% of proceeds will also be donated to the Bungie Foundation. So everything that is made off of us buying that emote is going to the Bungie Foundation. As we head into Bungie Day, that's what it is, not Bungie Week, but Bungie Day. As we head into Bungie Day in just over a month, you'll be hearing far more about their origin story of this adorable emote. But for today, we'll just give you a bit of a teaser, there's a video that shows you. The Loyal Companion isn't just any dog. He's a real life Belgian Melinos. Name Artemis. It is Artemis. I told you it was Artemis. It's a pretty badass name, to be honest. And the best friend of a very special guardian whose story we will share with you in the coming weeks. A story of resilience, recovery, and triumph, only made possible by the Destiny community and his dog Artemis. We can't wait to share this heartfelt story with you on Bungie Day. But until then, we hope you all get a loyal companion for your own, so that we can continue to help other guardians in need, which is a badass thing. I think it was awesome. It was Bungie. Let's do pets, stuff like that in game. Come on. I mean, let's really show some light here. Come on now. It would be epic. if we could actually have pets. I know we don't need mounts. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to have a mount, but let's do some pets. Come on, have a little companion that actually follows you around. He's made of light and he kind of does stuff every once in a while. That would be so dope. I mean, come on, let's really dive into the whole MMO thing. That would be really cool, but I'm pretty sure that would be like crazy to be able to do. And I think, to be honest, like, I don't even know if you can actually do that, like, actually in game, like maybe only in like social areas like the tower or at the helm, like it would actually, you know, be out. But out in the wild, I don't think that you'd be able to. I don't know how that would look in Destiny, but I think that would be a really cool idea. Who knows? So anyways, I'm actually gonna come on my mouse. I decided to get a wireless mouse. It's just cheap ass mouse, but it's wireless because I got sick and tired because I had one of the mouse that I had that had like a almost like a nylon cord, and it would rub like every time I move the mouse, and it got annoying as hell. And it's just nice that, you know, the freedom of having wireless is so nice. And to be honest, I don't really use my PC for gaming per se. Like, I'm not sitting over here like busting out Call of Duty or something, or even playing Destiny on my PC. Because if I want to play Destiny, I would literally have to just wipe everything off my computer and just have Destiny on here. But I don't know if I really, and besides, I'm a PlayStation boy, okay? I grew up on Sony playing PlayStation, and that I was born by PlayStation. I'm gonna die by PlayStation. That's how I am. So yeah, fucking represent. I like my PlayStation. There was always a joke growing up. Well, I don't know if people say it anymore, but it was the whole Xbox versus PlayStation debacle. It's hilarious because I've heard there was a joke that Xbox players would make, and it was like, oh, well, PlayStation players can't read. That's the reason why they play on PlayStation, because they got all the, they have shapes instead of, you know, letters. It was like, whatever, bro, get hacked. It's like all you do is get hacked all the damn time. I'm pretty like, come on, Microsoft, keep up with it, you know. PlayStation, you know, all I've really ever had to deal with was like, yeah, we've seen some like hackers in Call of Duty every once in a while, unless if you like try to go back now, that's all you're going to see is hackers. But when like a fresh game first came out, it wasn't that big of a deal. But at the same time, it was more of like lag switching, you know, people just lag switching like fucking crazy. So anyways, yeah, I'll just keep that up for right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to, since the season's pretty dope, I enjoy this season, kind of recap on that. Let's see, if you haven't read the TWAB, or if you're aware of the TWAB, some highlights, you know, kind of at the let's see, season of the hype, or we mean haunted. That's funny. Yeah, so basically, you know, kind of talking a little bit about the season, the scythe, you know, with the light attacks, air attack, heavy attack, and scythe perks, new dungeon. Bungie has stated a new dungeon has arrived, and yes, it's definitely puts a new spin on existential crisis. Normally, this is where we reveal all sorts of new information for the TWAB readers out there, but in the spirit of this season, we want you to experience it for the first time with a feeling of discovery. Excuse me. Believe us when we say that we couldn't be more jazzed up to hear your thoughts. So sounds like the dungeon is going to be pretty dope. Also, don't worry, the wait won't be long. The new dungeon goes live tomorrow, May 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific. So there you go. The new dungeons tomorrow, and that it's going to be pretty dope. Got new gear, pretty dope. New weapons. Got all the solar stuff. They kind of go over that. Iron Banner, we kind of discussed that. All right. It's kind of weird because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and then they talk about like the donation charities where you can obtain emblems and stuff like that, so pretty cool. But yeah, that is another thing that I would like to stress. Please do treat this season like a marathon. Don't try to like do it all in one day. You know, don't try to do it all in like 100 hours, you know. Try to grind out 100 hours in the first day. You know, just take your time, you know, get to like the way I see it, get to a certain point where, you know, you get the like the completions of your quest, and once you get to that point, unless if there's a like, and basically just coast the entire time. If there's a specific kind of weapon that you're grinding for, grind for that weapon, but don't get into this like you're trying to get it all done today, because you're not going to get it all done. Especially how they like drip feed everything, you know, each week, which I really do enjoy, because it, instead of just giving us all this big lump sum slapped on the table and be like, here, eat it up, they trickle it down a little bit, so you could just kind of do a little bit, you know, and get to that certain point, and you're good, you're golden until next reset. Right now, I mean, they are going to be releasing the dungeon, so that'll be something that we'll all be busy doing over the weekend. I guess also tomorrow I might do a stream. I don't know. I don't see how, you know, having one stream a week where I just kind of chill, relax, just play the game. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to see my beautiful face, because I don't have this camera doesn't hook up to my PlayStation, so that's kind of a downfall for that. It doesn't recognize it. I would actually have to get a Sony camera in order to actually make that work, or I would like to get to the point where I can actually purchase a capture card, so that way I can actually play off the PlayStation but have it run through my stream, so that way you could still get to see all this beautifulness, you know, the amazing hair. I need a fucking haircut, but you know, get to see all this niceness while I, you know, play Destiny. But you know, to really be honest, it's I think once a week won't harm anything. It's not, like I said, this is the streaming of the game is not my bread and butter. I want to think outside of the box, and, you know, really kind of mainly just use the stream as whenever I'm playing the game, kind of just like come hang out, bring your drinks and your laughs, and let's just chill and have a good time and just chit chat. You know, we could all have it. Everything set up on my PC so I could chat with you guys. The audio quality is not going to be as crisp and awesomeness as you're listening, like, you know, like your favorite ASMR, you know. You're not going to get that through that, because I just got a regular microphone, but you'll still be able to hear me. And I've also, I'm pretty sure I fixed the issue where it almost sounded like the past streams I've done, like it sounded like I was kind of like stuck in the background, like you couldn't hear me. It was like, okay. And I think it was because of me having this microphone right here, the old trusty that is now kind of retired, pretty much. Poor thing. But yeah, so that one's basically retired at this point. It's more like as a backup just in case if I needed it. But I decided I kind of wanted to go this route, you know, and try something new. So yeah, let's see, let me just take a look. All right, so like I said, if you've actually made it this far in the stream, I really do appreciate you. That means a lot to me, and I would really appreciate it if you give it that like a little tappy tap. You know, you can go ahead, hit that sub button. But if you're crazy, only if you're nuts, I would hit that bell button. But if you're that extreme, you know, go ahead. But I am not liable for anything that happens, just so you know, and I'm not going to tell you what that is, so, which is nothing, it's fine. But anyways, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down tonight. Typically these streams go a lot better when we have people that interact. So that's what this is, a highly interactive stream. Okay, you come and chat, I interact with you. You can drop it, you know, hop into my Discord. We can have discourse and chats and talks and all that kind of stuff. You give your opinions. I'm not gonna be like some kind of person to tell you you're wrong and I know what's best, or I don't play those games. So like I said, here it is, beautiful, ready to go, has everything set up for you very nicely. So if you want to be a part of this, be my guest. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and actually shut that down before I end the stream. Yeah. Okay. So that is done on that side. And I see Lico over here. He messaged like yesterday at 5:24 p.m. I haven't heard from that fool in a minute. Let's see. Maybe I might reply to him. But anyways. Go ahead and shut that down because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so anyways, season's awesome. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves. We will be, like I said before, we're definitely going to be having a stream tomorrow. I'm just going to play the game. I'm most likely just set up a thumbnail where it's just like, you know, I just use that one thumbnail each time when I'm doing gameplay, and be sure to come hang out if you're seeing this and you get this far into the stream, you know, and be sure to, if you know anybody that would enjoy listening to this, I kind of want to have this set up where even if you're at work working that graveyard shift, you know, I get it, I've been there, it sucks, but you know, a grind is a grind, man. And if there's any way that I can make it go a little bit easier for you, you know, kind of just set your mind away. And to be honest, me myself alone, I'm boring as fuck, but we get some other people in here, we get to chit-chatting. Yeah, this actually turned out pretty good, and gets really interesting sometimes. But Maybe, you know, maybe one day. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll probably go ahead and get some stuff ready for tomorrow night. And like I said, bring your drinks and your laughs, and we'll just it'll be just kind of a chill hangout stream, you know, playing Destiny. I'm not going to be doing anything spectacular, you know. I don't do like GM like carries or you know, trials carries or anything like that. I don't do any of that. So probably just be, excuse me, grinding out the public event activity, but just come hang out and chat. That's about it. So, but anyways, until I see you Guardians again, y'all stay classy.